Hi, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about two-port network theory. So, why to review about your two-port network theory is because in case in Unit 2, BJT amplifiers, our objective is to design and analyze single and multi-stage amplifier circuits. So, in order to do the analysis, our amplifiers, if you are able to convert it into a simple model, then the analysis would be very easy to carry out. So for that purpose, we are going to find out a suitable model which can model my amplifier as a two-port network theory. So we have a basic introductory part of your two-port network theory now. So two-port network model. So here we got two ports, that is port 1 and port 2. Port 1 is input port and port 2 is output port, and I1 is the current that is entering through the port 1 and I2 is the current that is entering through the port 2, and V1 and V2 are the voltage drop across port 1 and port 2 respectively. Okay, so this forms I1, I2, V1 and V2. This forms the parameters for your two-port network model. So of these four parameters, I1, I2, V1 and V2, we will take two parameters as independent parameters. Okay, so they are not going to depend on your network or something. They will be considered them as an independent parameters. Then the other two will become a dependent parameters. So if we make a combination out of four parameters, keeping two as independent and two as dependent, we can form 6 different two-port network models. They are Z parameter model, Y parameter model, H parameter model, G parameter model, ABCD parameter model and inverse ABCD parameter model. So now we will have a quick review about what are all the independent parameters for different modeling methods. Then we will discuss about which model will be suitable for you to make it as a model for your BJT amplifiers. So independent parameters. So in this topic we are going to discuss about the different model, what are all the independent parameters they have. So independent parameters in case of your Z parameter, or it is otherwise called as open circuited parameter. So here the independent parameters are the current, that is port 1 and port 2 current, they are independent parameters, and dependent parameters are V1 and V2. And in case of your Y parameter or short circuited parameters, the independent parameters will be the voltage and dependent parameters is the current. ABCD or transmission parameters. In this model, the independent parameters are the voltage at the port 2 and the current at the port 2. And the dependent parameter will be the voltage at the port 1 and current at the port 1. In case of your inverse transmission line parameters, so here V1 and I1 are the independent parameters and V2 and I2 are the dependent parameters. Next, H parameter model. In this model, we will take the independent parameters as I1 and V2 and dependent parameters as V1 and I2. And independent parameter will be, in case of your G parameter, the independent parameter will be V1, I2 and dependent parameter will be I1 and V2. So Z parameter or open circuited parameter. So in Z parameter, it is nothing but the impedance. Z denotes your impedance. So impedance parameter. So the voltage is represented as a function of current. So voltage and current, we got the relation V is equal to Zi. So here we make it as a linear equation. We express the voltage at the port 1 and port 2 as a function of your I1 and I2. So V1 is written as Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 is written as Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Here we have got 4 unknown terms, that is Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. These are the 4 unknown terms which we want to find out, but we got only 2 equations. So the best way to find out this will be, we keep one of the term as 0. So in case of your first equation, V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, I make I2 is equal to 0. When I2 is equal to 0, then my V1 will be equal to Z11 I1, or my Z11 will be equal to V1 by I1. So which I can easily evaluate. So now we'll see what these Z11, Z12, these parameters represent. So my Z11 is given as V1 by I1 with I2 is equal to 0. So when I make the output current, that is my port 2 current as 0, that means I am open circuiting that port. Okay, so therefore Z11 which is V1 by I1. So you can see that this is the relation V by I, which is impedance. It involves only the port 1. So therefore impedance at port, or I can call this port 1 as input port. So therefore it is input impedance with the output port or port 2 being open circuited. Similarly, next my Z12 which is V1 by I2 with I1 is equal to 0. So here you can see the ratio is input by output, input voltage by output current, with I1 being 0. That means port 1 is now open circuited and it takes the ratio. So it is the input by output. So therefore it is your reverse transfer impedance, because this is a transfer. It doesn't deals with a single port, it deals with two port. So therefore it is transfer impedance with port 1 being open circuited. Next, Z21 will be equal to V2 by I1 provided my I2 is equal to 0. So here it is the output port by input port, V2 by I1. So it is an output port by input port. So therefore it is a forward path. So it is a forward, since it deals with the two different ports, it is transfer impedance with port 2 being open circuited. And Z22 will be equal to V2 by I2 with I1 is equal to 0. So V2 by I2, it deals with only the port 2. So therefore I can call this as an output impedance or the impedance at port 2 with port 1 being open circuited. Next we'll see about the H parameters. So here the independent parameters, we know that it is I1 and V2, and dependent parameters are I2 and V1. So my V1 is given as H11 I1 plus H12 V2, and my I2 is given as H21 I1 plus H22 I2. Now we will see what this each of this term H11, H12, H21, H22 represents. H11 is given as V1 by I1 with V2 being 0. So V2 being 0, it represents my port 2 is to be short circuited, and it is V1 by I1, ratio of V by I. So therefore it represents the impedance, and it deals with only the port 1. So therefore I can call this as an input impedance or the impedance at port 1 with port 2 being short circuited. Next, my H12. My H12 is equal to V1 by V2 provided my I1 is equal to 0. See here now the current is 0. So therefore my input port or my port 1 is open circuited, and it is the ratio of voltage. So ratio of voltage will be your voltage gain, but you can see here it is input by output. So therefore it is the reverse voltage gain. Next, my H21. H21 is equal to I2 by I1 provided V2 is equal to 0. Ratio of your current. So therefore it represents your current gain. It is output by input. So therefore it represents a forward path. So forward current gain with port 2 being short circuited, because V2 is equal to 0. So therefore port 2 is being now short circuited. Then the last term H22, which is equal to I2 by V2 provided I1 is equal to 0. I1 is equal to 0 represents port 1 has to be open circuited. I2 by V2. So I by V will be the admittance, and it involves only the port 2. So therefore I can call this as an output admittance. So my H11 represents my input impedance, my H12 represents my reverse voltage gain, my H21 represents forward current gain, and H22 represents the output admittance. So hybrid model or hybrid parameter model, this is alone chosen to model your BJT amplifiers. Okay, the reason, it has got many advantages. Few of the advantages I have listed here. From the transistor input and output characteristics. Okay, these parameters, H11, the input impedance, then your H12 reverse voltage gain, then your H21 forward current gain, and H22 output admittance, they can be easily measurable. And then they are easy to analyze. Okay, and we can convert it from one configuration to another, because we know that the BJT amplifiers can be used in common base or common emitter or common collector configuration. So we can, without making much complex scenarios, we can convert from one configuration. We keep the analysis part same, and we will convert from one configuration to the another. Next, so these are all the few notations which I am going to use in the successive video lectures. So always I am going to use the input port or port 1 as I, and my output port or port 2 as O, and the forward path, that is port 2 to port 1, which will be represented as F, and the reverse path port 1 to port 2, which will be represented by as a R. And each of this term, H11, H12, H21 and 22. So the first subscript will represent one of this, because you can see previously in these notations, your H21, it is forward. So I can represent, instead of 2, I can represent the first subscript as F, because it represents the forward current gain. So HF. Okay, and here it is my output admittance. So I can write it is my output. So it is HO. So I can replace this as forward by F and my output as O. And the second subscript will always represent the configuration of your BJT amplifiers, whether it is common emitter, base or collector, that will be representing that. So this is the notation I am going to use hereafter. So now the exact hybrid model of BJT. So once you find out what is your H11, H12, H21, H22, this is how we can model our BJT. This is for an NPN transistor. You can see here HIX, because I have not mentioned which configuration it is, whether it is CB or CE or CC. So X represents the configuration, and you can see here the other notations I retained. So this is the reverse voltage gain, so HR, and this is the forward current gain, HF, and this is my admittance, HO, output admittance. So it is been retained as HO. Nice. Thank you. We'll see more in the next class. Thank you all.